What is a string? A string is a sequence of characters. In other words, a string is a combination of digits, letters, punctuation, and white space. In Python, you enclose a string in single quote or double quote or triple quote. In Python, you can display string on the screen using print function. For example, print stop chasing the money and start chasing the passion. This string is enclosed in single quote. In this example, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. This string is enclosed in double quotes. In the third statement, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This string is enclosed in triple quotes. With the help of triple quotes, you can write multi-line strings. In Python, you can assign a string object to a variable. For example, quote is equal to, your problem isn't the problem, your reaction is the problem. Great man is equal to Mahatma Gandhi. In this example, quote and great man are variables which refers to the string in memory. In Python, an input function reads data entered through a keyboard and returns that data as a string. For example, country is equal to input, where are you from? In this example, data entered by the user will be read by the input function and it returns strings which will be assigned to the variable country. Let's write a program in Python to print a string on the screen, to get a string as an input, to display a string as an output. Let's write a program on the basis of what we have learned up to now. I'm writing the comments. You know that comment begins with a hash symbol. So input and output strings using Python. So this will be our heading. And now I'm using print function to print a string on the screen. So I'm creating one string with the help of this hash symbol. And then again I call the print function, and inside this function I'm typing one more string, Mera Bharat Mahan, and then again I'm calling print function, and inside this function I'm passing one more string. You know that string is a sequence of characters. So if I run this program, you can see the output. The output is like a banner, and Mera Bharat Mahan is written between these two lines. And now I am declare one variable question. In this variable I will assign one string, where are you from? So you know that you can assign strings to a variable. So this string object is assigned to this variable. Now I can declare one more variable, answer, equal to, I am calling input function, and inside this input function I am passing this variable question. So the string which is stored in this variable question will be displayed on the screen, and this input function will wait for the user's response, and when the user type any data with the help of keyboard and press enter, that data will be returned by this input function in the form of a string, and that string will be stored in this answer variable. Now I can print question on the screen again, and then print answer on the screen again. So if you pass a variable inside the print function, the value stored in that variable will be displayed on the screen. Now let's run this program. So you can see the output on the screen. It is displaying where are you from. So if I type India, so it is displaying where are you from and the answer question and the answer. So in this program you can see you can directly print the string on the screen with the help of print function. You can store a string in a variable by declaring a variable and assign that string with the help of this assignment operator. You can pass this variable in input function. So in this way you can use the string stored in the variable, and if you pass the name of a variable inside the print function, so the value stored in that variable will be displayed on the screen. So this is how we can use strings in Python.
Escape sequence, you can use some special characters inside a string. These characters begins with a backslash. For example, /n. The text after this appears on the new line. /t. The text after this starts from the next tab position. /single quote. It is used to print single quote on the screen. /double quote. It is used to print double quotes on the screen. Double backslash. It is used to print backslash on the screen.
Here I will show you how slash and escape sequence works in Python. Demonstration of slash and escape sequence. So I am printing one string on the screen. You know that you can pass a string object inside the print function. So I am writing mobile operating system. Then I will use one more print function. Inside this print function I will type Android. You know that Android is a very popular mobile operating system. Then I type /n, then Sailfish OS, then /n, then Postmarket OS, then /n, then Looney OS, /n, then Kai OS, then iOS /n, then Tizen. So you can see I have written a string, but this string contains /n, /n. This /n behaves differently in a string. It will not displayed on the screen, but this /n causes the output should be displayed on the new line. So any text after /n will displayed on the new line. You can see when I run this program. Let's run this program. So in the output you can see Android, Selfish OS, Postmarket OS, Looney OS, Kai OS, all these text appeared on the new line because of this new line character. So whenever a new line character appeared inside the string, this new line character causes the output should be displayed on the next line. So this is how this /n works in a string. This /n is escape sequence and it is also called a new line character. Here I will show you the use of /t in Python string. So I am printing one string on the screen, top languages, then again I am printing one string. Inside this I type JavaScript, then I will use /t, then HTML, then /t, then SQL, then /t, then Python, then /t, then Java, /t, then C#, /t, then PHP, /t, then C++, /t, then Ruby, /t, and then Swift. So I have used /t escape sequence between the strings, and this /t moves the cursor to the next horizontal tab position. So the next horizontal tab position contains 6 spaces. So cursor moves ahead 6 spaces forward. Let's see the output. So you can see there is a gap between two strings. So this gap is because of using that /t escape sequence inside a string. So I hope you understand the use of /t in a programming language. So when you use /t between two strings, there is a space, usually a 6 character space occurred between these two strings. So if you want gap between adequate gap between two strings, you can use /t in Python program. If you type the following statement, print double quote slash single quote slash n slash single quote and backslash single quote backslash t backslash single quote r2 backslash double quotes escape sequences backslash double quotes in Python double quotes, you will get the following output: /n /t are two escape sequences in Python. String concatenation. You can append one string to another using string concatenation operator plus. In other words, you can join two strings with the help of a string concatenation operator. For example, if you write print Rana plus Pratap, it will print Rana Pratap on the screen. In this program, I will demonstrate the use of concatenation operator. So let's ask the user how many times he want to try. Input function, how many times you want to concatenate. So I can run the for loop for I in range n, and then I ask the user to enter any string, enter first string, and then I ask the user to enter second string. Then I will concatenate these two strings by printing string 1 plus string 2. So this process will continue. So let's see the output of this program. So it is asking how many times you want to concatenate. So I type 5, enter first string, so I type cup, enter second string, so I type cake. So you can see the string is concatenated, cupcake. Again it is asking enter first string, so I type ginger, and then second string I type bread, so gingerbread. Again it is asking, so I type jelly and bean, so it concatenates just jelly bean. Again it is asking, so I type kit and cat, so it concatenates kit cat. Again it is asking, so I type lolly and then pop, so it concatenates lollipop. So this is how you can concatenate two strings with the help of this plus as a concatenation operator. You know that when you operate this plus sign on two numbers, it will add two numbers, but if you operate this plus sign on two strings, it will concatenate, it will join two strings.
String comparison. You can compare two strings for equality, not equal, less than, greater than, etc. To compare two strings, you can use the following relational operator: equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Comparison is based on ASCII code. So small a is greater than capital A because the ASCII code of lowercase a is 97 and the uppercase a is 65. Here I will show you how to compare two strings in Python. I am writing a comment comparing two strings. So I will ask the user to enter his password. So I declare one variable password equal to input function, and then inside the input function I am writing one prompt, enter password. And then I can compare this password with any string, suppose j@I-HIND. So you know that if this condition becomes true, or if this condition is true, the statements written inside this if block will execute. So I will print one string success. Then again I print correct password. Otherwise I can print incorrect password entered. So this is how you can compare two strings. So I am comparing here two strings, whether string 1, this string is equal to this string or not. So let's run this program. So it is asking enter password. So I will type Jai Hind, Jai Hind. So incorrect password entered, it is displaying. If I again run this program, this time I will enter the correct password. So the password is j@I-HIND. So it is showing success, correct password. So in this way you can compare
to strings in Python. Iterate over a string. You can iterate over characters of a string in Python using for loop. For example, for x in string, print x. So this for loop will iterate with each character of the string. So this s will be stored first in this x and it will display s. Then t will be stored in x, then it will display t. Then r will be stored in x, then it will display r. In this way, this for loop iterate over the strings characters. So you will get the output like this: string, each character displayed on the new line. You can iterate over each character of a string with the help of a for loop. Let's see how you can do this. I am declaring a variable name is equal to, and then I call input function, and inside the input function I type one prompt, enter your name. Now when the user types his name on the keyboard and press enter, that name will be stored in this name variable. Now a string is stored in this variable so that you can iterate over this string with the help of for loop. For x in name. So each individual character one by one will be stored in this variable x, and you can process each individual character with the help of this for loop. Suppose you want to print each character on the screen with the help of print function like this. So each character will be displayed on the screen one by one. Let's see the output. So here it is asking name. So I will type the name here. Suppose Mohan. So you can see Mohan is displayed on the screen, MOHAN. Each individual character is displaying on the screen. You know that print function will display the output on next line. Each time the print function will display the output on the next line. If you don't want to print a new line character after each and every character of the string, you can do slight modification in this program. Just you have to pass one AND argument, and you can assign any string to this argument. Suppose I am assigning 3 blank characters. So after each output it will end the string with 3 blank characters, because you have given 3 blank characters as a arguments value. Now again I am running this program. Let's see the output. So enter your name. So I type Mohan. So you can see Mohan is displayed on the screen. After each and every character there is a 3 character space, because you have passed the argument and equal to 3 character. You can pass any string in this and argument. For example, if you pass like this, if you pass dash dash dash, then after each and every character you can see dash will appear. Let's run again. So it is asking enter your name. This time I type Vishal. So you can see, so after each and every output there is a string which you have already given as a argument in this print function, the value of this AND argument. Here I am writing a program to count the total number of characters in a string, or total number of particular characters in a string. So write down the heading program to count total number of particular character. So I am declaring one variable. The name of variable is sentence, and I will call input function. Inside the input function I am writing a prompt, type any sentence and press enter. So when the user type any sentence and press enter, that sentence in the form of a string will be stored in this sentence variable. Now I will ask the user which character do you want to count. And then I will iterate over the string with the help of for loop for x in sentence, and then I can compare if x is equal to ch, then I can increment the value of count. So I have to declare one more variable, count equal to 0. So here I can increment the value of count. Count is equal to count plus 1, and then finally I can print the message on the screen, total number of character ch r, and then display the value of count. So this is our complete program. Let's run this program and see whether it is giving the correct output or not. So it is asking type any sentence and press enter. So I will type one sentence. So this sentence I had typed and then press enter. Now it is asking which character do you want to count. So I will count E, suppose. So it is displaying total number of character ER 19. So if you count E in this sentence, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19. So E appears 19 times in this sentence. So this program is giving the correct output. So in this way you can count a particular character in a sentence. Indexing. You can access individual characters in a string with an index. Each character in a string has an index which specifies its position in the string. Indexing starts from 0. The first character's index is 0, second character's index is 1, and so on. You can see in this example, the string is Mera Bharat Mahan. So first character's index is 0, second character's index is 1, third character's index is 2, and so on. The last character's index is 16. Look at the following table. This table contains one string. That string contains 6 characters. Each character is represented by a number. That number is called the index. Index represents the position of a character in a string. So string has positive index and negative index also. So the string's index begins from 0, and from the last it begins from -1. If I said what is the index of S, you will say 0. If I ask what is the index of G, your answer will be 5. If I said what is the negative index of R, you will say -4. If I ask what is the index of G, your answer will be -1. So a string supports both positive and negative indexes. Index begins from 0, you should keep in mind. So the positive index begins from 0. So as negative x. So the negative index begins from -1. The last character in a string has the index -1. So a string supports negative indices also. Negative index begins from -1 from the end. So in Python, a string has both positive and negative indexes. Here I will show you how to access individual elements from the string. So write down accessing individual elements of the string using index. You know that in a string each and every character is represented by its index. So I will create one string. So s equal to, I am writing A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. So this will be our string, and if I write print, and inside this print if I write the name of the string, and then inside the square bracket if I pass the index 0, so you know that the 0 is the index of the first element of the string. So this A will be displayed on the screen. Let's run this program. You can see A is displaying on the screen because the index of A is 0. If I write print as 5, so the sixth character will be displayed on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. F will be displayed on the screen because you know that index begins from 0. So this sixth character represents the index 5. So let's run this program. So you can see F is displaying on the screen. So in this way you can access individual elements of the string with the help of index. If you write print and if you pass negative index, you know that Python also supports negative index. If I pass -1, -1 means the last element, the last character of the string. So the last character of this string is Z. So Z will be displayed on the screen when I run this program. So you can see Z is displaying. Now you can also access the part of the string by passing two indices inside this square bracket. If I write print and then I write name of the string, and then in the square bracket if I pass two indices, suppose 1:5, so it will access the characters from 1 to 4. 5 will not be included, 1 is included. So 1 to 4, 1 to 4 means B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 and this 4. B, C, D, E will be displayed on the screen. This is called string slicing. Means you can access the part of the string. Let's run this program. You can see you can access part of the string by passing two indexes inside the square bracket. So B, C, D, E. In this way you can also access the part of a string, the slice of a string. It is called a string slicing. So keep in mind that this AND will not be included in the output. So this starting value will be included. So this index is included in the output. This index will not be included. So it will go from 1 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters will be displayed on the screen. So this is how index works in Python. A string is immutable. You can access individual characters in a string with an index. But you cannot change any character in a string with the help of its index because a string is immutable. You cannot change the contents of a string once it is created. The following statement will give an error. String 1, and inside the square bracket you are passing the index 2, and then you try to assign a value C. So this statement will cause an error because a string is immutable.
Now it's time to develop a quiz application in Python.
So here I will develop a quiz application in Python. I will explain each and every statement. First I will create a list. The name of the list is answers. So I will store all the answers. So the answer of question number 1 will be C, and question number 2 is D, and then question number 3 C, and question number 4 A, and question number 5 D, and question number 6 A, and then B, then again B, and then A, and then B. So this is the list of 10 elements: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So these are the correct answers of all the questions. Now I will create one more list. The name of that list is questions. You know that list begins with a square bracket. So inside the square bracket I will type multi-line string. So triple quotes I am using here, and I will type the question. Question number 1 is dash is a sequence of characters, and then the options are list, loop, string, and D is tuple. So here I am closing the string, and then comma. You know that each and every list item is separated by comma, and then I will type the second question. So in this way you can type all the questions, and then close the square bracket. So all the questions I had typed. So these questions will be displayed on the screen one by one. On the screen, and then I will declare one variable in which I will store the number of correct answers. So the name of the variable is count right, and I assign 0, and one more variable count right, count wrong, actually count wrong, and I will assign 0 in this variable also. One more variable I will use I equal to 0 for indexing. So let's iterate over the list with the help of for loop. So for x in questions, you know that you can iterate each and every element with the help of for loop. So this for loop will work for each and every element in the list. So I will print each and every element on the screen. So element is in the form of a question, so each and every question will be displayed on the screen. Now I can ask the user to enter the choice. So when the user enters his choice, that choice will be stored in this choice variable, and then I can check if choice, I will convert the choice in lowercase letters, because in our program I have stored the answers in lowercase letters. So I will convert the string in lowercase letters with the help of this lower method, and then I will compare whether the answer is equal to the answers stored in this list. So the value of I is 0, so it will compare the first element with the choice. So if it is equal, then I can print one message on the screen, correct. and then I can increment the value of count right. Count right is equal to count right plus 1, and if it is not matching, then I can print wrong on the screen, and then I can increment the value of count wrong. Count wrong is equal to count wrong plus 1. Then I will increment the value of I equal to I plus 1, so that it will match the second element of this list with the choice, and then finally I can print one message on the screen, result, and then I will print the value of those variable, correct choices, and then I will print the value of count right, and then the print is written in capital, it should be in small letters. Then I will print wrong choices, and then I will print the value of count wrong, and then I can print the score. Your score is count right multiplied by 10 and one string percentage I can display in the output. So this is a complete program, complete software application, complete quiz application. Let's see whether it is executing correctly or not, it is giving the correct output or not. So let's run this program. So it is displaying the first question. The first question is a dash is a sequence of characters. So you know that string is a sequence of characters, so C will be the correct choice, so I enter C. So it is displaying one error, name answer is not defined. So I will correct the error, maybe there is a small mistake in my program. So answer, and the name of the variable is answers. So I will correct the mistake. This is not answer, this is answers. Okay, now let's run again. Now it is displaying a question and asking to enter the choice. So a blank is a sequence of characters. So you know that a string is a sequence of characters. So I will enter C. So it is displaying correct, and a question number 2 is displaying on the screen. A string in Python must be enclosed in single quote, yes, double quote, yes, and D option is either single quotes or double quotes. Yes, D is correct because you know that string is represented by either single or double quotes. So D I want to enter. So it is showing correct. Now the question number 3 is displaying this is the first index in a string. So you know that index begins from 0. So C will be the correct answer. Now for question, this string method returns a copy of the string with all leading white space characters removed. So you know that leading means the spaces which are at the left side of the string. So A will be the correct option. So I enter A. Now question number 5, this operator determines whether one string is contained inside another string. So you know that with the help of in operator you can check whether the string is contain another string or not. So D will be the correct choice, so I will enter D. So it is displaying correct. The last index in a string is, so you know that last index is -1, so the option A is correct. User input is read as floating decimal, text string, boolean value, integer. So you know that input function always returns the data in string form, so text string will be the correct answer, so I will type B. Now question number 8, output displayed by the print function will add this invisible character at the end of the line by default. So you know that after each and every print statement there is a new line character, so B will be the correct answer, so I enter B. What will be the output after the following statements? So this is a string, you know that plus operates on a string, so it will concatenate, so this string will join with this string, so 2416 will be the correct answer, so I will enter A. Now the last question, what will be the output of the following code? Rani is equal to Lakshmi Bai, and it is printing Rani and this is at the index, so index 1 means the second element, so second element is A. So option B will be correct, so I will enter B. So you can see the result is displaying on the screen. Correct choice is 10, wrong choice is 0, your score is 100%. So in this way you can develop a quiz application in Python. So this is the whole program. You can change the questions, you can increase the questions, you can increase the total number of questions, and you can write the answers, you can type the answers in this list. And so this is a very useful application